Only on Action News Jax, the daughter of a Jacksonville woman killed in 2017 is speaking out after the only suspect in her mother's death was just accused of killing another man. Action News Jax, Jake Stofan spoke with Summer Pace today, and Jake, she says she's been keeping tabs on the status of the suspect for years as he was never prosecuted.
Yeah, she's been living without resolution or justice for her mother's death, which was deemed a homicide, for 8 grueling years now. When she saw the only suspect named in her mother's case is now accused of killing a coworker, it brought everything to the surface as her worst fears were realized. Jason Guthrie was arrested on October 30th after allegedly stabbing a coworker to death on their first day working a temp job at the Jacksonville Anheuser-Busch Brewery. When Summer Pace saw the news, it broke her heart.
It's been very emotional and very lonely to feel like no one's helping and there's no justice for my mother, and now other families are suffering because of it as well.
Pace's mother, Autumn Lee Van Camp, was found dead underneath a bed in Guthrie's home back in 2017 by Guthrie's father. Her death was classified as a homicide by JSO. One day before Van Camp's body was discovered, Guthrie was arrested and accused of violently attacking his father, according to a 2017 police report. The police report says Guthrie's father indicated his son suffered from mental illness and Guthrie was Baker-acted. Court records from the case involving the assault on Guthrie's father show he was deemed mentally incompetent and relinquished to the custody of DCF. Pace says while police suspected Guthrie may have killed her mother, he was never charged with her mother's murder. JSO confirmed with Action News Jax Guthrie was the only suspect in Van Camp's homicide case, and after the state attorney's office declined prosecution, her case was exceptionally cleared. According to the FBI, that designation means law enforcement had identified the offender, but encountered a circumstance outside the control of law enforcement that prohibited the agency from arresting, charging, and prosecuting the offender.
It is terrifying to think that people like this are slipping through the cracks.
For years, Pace kept tabs on Guthrie's status, fearing he could harm others. Guthrie was put in a state mental hospital after he was charged in 2017, but was released in 2020. Later that year, Pace's fear came true when Guthrie was accused of stabbing a man outside a liquor store. Guthrie was then placed back in a state mental hospital. When finally convicted in both cases in 2024, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but was immediately released on time served.
It just kind of boggles me how this person, mentally incapacitated or not, has been allowed into the space of the public to possibly hurt other people.
Now, a year later, he's facing new charges, this time second-degree murder. Pace is hopeful this will be the last straw.
Whether or not he's incarcerated or he's in some kind of mental institution where he's not allowed to interact with the public is my main goal.
And just possibly a new opportunity for charges to be brought in the case of her mother's death as well.
In a perfect world and in my dreams, yes, he is held accountable for Autumn.
Now, we did reach out to the attorney that represented Guthrie in both the 2017 and 2020 cases. He declined to comment, only saying Guthrie was, quote, never charged in relation to Van Camp's death. The state attorney's office provided us with a statement earlier this afternoon that read in part, quote, in 2017, our office investigated Guthrie for a prior homicide. We could not move forward with that prosecution at the time because the evidence did not meet the legal standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. You can read the full statement provided by the state attorney's office on this story on actionnewsjax.com. For local coverage you can count on live downtown, I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jax.